While the world's biggest companies were racing to outdo each other, while every brand was making a hue and cry in the media about its next EV launch, there was a deep silence in Hyundai's labs. But behind that silence, something was brewing that the world had no clue about. Behind closed doors, a handful of engineers were working on a technology that would not just change Hyundai's fortunes, but shake the foundations of the entire EV world. There were no press releases, no leaks, just a mysterious silence. And behind that silence, there was a bombshell. And now, that moment has arrived. The solid-state battery that Hyundai has created is not just a technological upgrade, it's a power shift. This battery is so powerful that today's lithium-ion batteries will look like old books in front of it. Its power, its safety, its charging speed, everything has reached a level that other companies are just thinking about. After this innovation, the world of EVs will not be the same as it was till now. So, get ready, because what is going to be seen now will surprise you. Let's move ahead in the video. But before that, subscribe to the channel so that every news of this technology revolution reaches you first. Before we learn about this game-changing technology of Hyundai, let's go through a little history. Hyundai did not start as a very big company. It was in the year 1967 when a man named Chongju Yang started it in South Korea. Initially, Hyundai's job was not to make cars, they just worked on small construction and engineering projects. But then they thought, why not make our own car? And that's it. The journey began from here. In 1975, Hyundai launched its first car, the Hyundai Pony. This car may not have been very special in appearance, but people got an affordable and reliable car. This is what gradually took Hyundai forward. Then, the company never looked back. In the 1990s, Hyundai entered the global market: America, Europe, India. It started reaching everywhere, and every time, their aim was the same: to provide a good car at a low price. Gradually, they made tremendous improvements in their design, technology, and performance. Today's Hyundai is not just a cheap car, but has become a stylish, technological, and premium brand. And now that the world is running towards electric vehicles, Hyundai is not far behind. With things like the Ioniq series and solid-state batteries, it is leading the race for the EV future. Imagine, a once simple company is now competing with giants like Tesla. And this is just the beginning. Hyundai's solid-state battery innovation. While the whole world was making the mistake of sticking to the same old formula for batteries, Hyundai was quietly working on a technology that is now going to redefine the future. Today, the race for electric vehicles requires smart innovation, not just speed. And Hyundai is turning this idea into reality. Their new solid-state EV Dream battery is not just an upgrade. It is here to completely change the game that has revolved around lithium-ion batteries until now. While older batteries were limited in range, safety, and charging, Hyundai's new technology is breaking all those limitations. Its biggest strength: energy density, the ability to store more energy in less space. This means that EVs can now travel even longer on a single charge. And when it comes to range, this is the biggest fear that still prevents many people from buying an EV. But this battery from Hyundai can put an end to that fear forever. Up to 50% more range, meaning no more tension of frequent charging. The most amazing feature of this battery is its lightning-fast charging speed. While today's lithium-ion batteries take hours to charge, Hyundai's new battery is ready in just a few minutes. Imagine, in the time it takes you to finish your coffee, your car will be ready to go. This is not just a change in technology, It's a change in lifestyle. No more long lines, no more charging waits, just a quick ride. Not only this battery is also at the forefront of safety. Lithium-ion batteries can overheat and catch fire, but solid-state batteries eliminate that dangerous liquid and use a solid, non-flammable electrolyte. This means that the risk of explosion or burning is almost eliminated. Along with this, another great thing is its long life. Solid-state batteries can run for years without losing their capacity, so you will not have to replace the battery again and again. And one more important point from my side, these batteries give excellent performance even in low temperatures where other batteries often fail. This means that whether it is hot or cold, your EV will remain reliable in all weather conditions. What exactly is a solid-state battery, and why is it being called the silent revolution of the electric world? In simple words, solid-state batteries are the next-generation batteries that do not have a liquid or gel-like electrolyte like traditional batteries. Instead, it has a solid substance, i.e., a solid electrolyte, which improves the performance, safety, and durability of the battery manifold. Every battery has three important parts: anode, cathode, and electrolyte. The movement of ions, i.e., energy particles, between the anode and the cathode is through the electrolyte. But while this path is liquid in lithium-ion batteries, in solid state, this path is covered through a solid medium, which is not only safer but also faster, stable, and less risky. Dangers like leakage, overheating, and fire have been common in batteries so far. But solid-state batteries eliminate this danger directly because there is no flammable liquid in them. Additionally, these batteries can operate at higher voltages and energy density, making them more powerful even in a smaller size. Another advantage, these batteries take up less space yet deliver more energy, meaning your device or vehicle gets more charge in less time and longer range. While this technology may be in development today, the reality is that the day it is fully available in the market, the old history of batteries will end, and a new era will begin. Evolution of battery technology. The story of the battery is not just about technology. It is the story of man's determination and journey to capture energy. Starting from the moment when we first thought of capturing electricity, battery technology has come a long way. Once, we saw electricity only in flashes of lightning or thunderstorms. But then came the turning point when humans started thinking, could it be carried with us? It was here that, in 1800, Italian scientist Alessandro Volta created an amazing thing. The voltaic pile, made of discs of copper and zinc and pieces of cloth soaked in salt water. This was the first real battery that captured electricity in human hands for the first time. Although it didn't last long, it opened a door. This created a stir in the world of science. Scientists like Humphrey Davy, John Frederick Daniell worked towards making it stronger, more durable, and stable. In 1836, the Daniell cell, made of sulfuric acid and zinc, was the first to be able to deliver a constant current. But the real revolution came in 1866 when Georges Leclanché of France created the dry cell battery, a battery that used paste instead of liquid. It was the first pocketable battery for the average person. This battery gave us flashlights, watches, remotes, and thousands of other devices. Batteries have gradually become a part of our homes, pockets, cars, and now our smart technology. As human needs grew, the journey of batteries also went through new turning points, and 1859 was one such turning point. This was the year when French engineer Gaston Planté created a battery that changed the direction of the world, the lead-acid battery. This was the first time that a battery was not only rechargeable, but it was also so durable and reliable that it continued to be used in cars, buses, and trucks for years to come. This brought batteries out of scientific laboratories and made them a part of the life of the common man. And not only this, it laid the foundation for the era of portable energy, where the dream of keeping electricity in the pocket started becoming a reality for the first time. Then came the era of the 20th century. On the one hand, technology was growing rapidly. On the other hand, batteries were struggling with their limitations. But in the 1950s, a Canadian chemist named Louis Urey gave a new impetus to battery technology again. He created the alkaline battery, which was more powerful, durable, and long-lasting than zinc-carbon batteries. These batteries became a standard in household appliances like radios, torches, and cameras. But as we moved towards smart computers, medical devices, and high-power gadgets, these batteries also started showing their limitations. And then came the era of lithium. Around 1980, scientists John Goodenough, Akira Yoshino, and their team together developed a battery that would change the energy story of the entire world, the lithium-ion battery. It was lightweight, rechargeable, and could store more energy. This is where the real era of smartphones, laptops, and EVs began. Lithium-ion revolution, rise of portable power. When lithium-ion batteries were introduced in the 90s, nobody had imagined that this technology would become such an integral part of our lives that we would use it every moment. But look, that is what is happening today. These batteries were not only lighter than before, but could also store more energy. This meant that it was now possible for a small mobile to work for hours or a laptop to last for a long time without frequent charging. And this is where the real revolution of personal technology began. The dream of carrying power in phones, laptops, cameras, even pockets became a reality. The biggest advantage of these batteries was their rechargeable nature and compact size, which gave wings to consumer electronics. Gradually, these batteries became the heart of every device, and then their next stop was electric vehicles. In the early 2000s, companies like Tesla, Nissan, and Chevrolet started designing EVs using lithium-ion batteries that could not only travel longer distances, but could also be charged in less time. This was a new beginning for a world troubled by the smoke of burning petrol and diesel. The journey of batteries became faster in the 21st century. Now it was not just about storing energy, but work began on how to provide safer and faster energy. From here, two names emerged, LiFePO4 and NMC composites, which reduce the cost of the battery, increase performance, and make it safer. The hottest discussion in battery technology today is fast charging. EV users no longer want to wait for hours for charging. They want a vehicle ready in a few minutes. From here began the journey of batteries like graphene and solid state, which can bring miracles like a 5-minute charge equaling a 500-kilometer range in the coming future. Environmental impact of Hyundai's solid-state battery. The world is standing at a new turning point. On one hand, the problem of increasing pollution. On the other hand, the hunger for energy. And in such a situation, innovations like solid-state batteries are no longer just technology, but have become a necessity. As the whole world is moving towards green energy, the automotive and energy sectors are leading it, especially Hyundai, which, with its solid-state EV Dream battery, is not only going to change the performance of electric vehicles, but is also promising to give relief to the Earth's environment. These batteries not only provide high energy density, but also have the ability to store more power in less space. This means that the car will be lighter, will run longer, and will have to be charged less often. And the biggest thing, the less frequent charging, the less energy consumption. If this charging is also done from renewable sources like solar or wind energy, then the total carbon emissions can fall drastically. The effect of this technology from Hyundai will not be seen only on the road. It can change the entire system of energy production and consumption. Range anxiety, which was the biggest barrier to EV adoption till now, is now becoming a thing of the past. Also, solid-state batteries are eliminating the risks that were associated with liquid batteries, such as overheating, leakage, and the risk of fire. Meaning, the technology is now safer and more stable than ever before. And the most interesting part, these batteries have a long life cycle, meaning once manufactured, the battery will work for years, which will also lead to a huge reduction in waste and e-waste. Material sustainability and reduced resource dependence. When we talk about batteries, we're not just talking about technology. We're talking about the Earth's resources. And this is where solid-state batteries make a real difference. As useful as traditional lithium-ion batteries are in today's world, they have a major drawback, a heavy reliance on rare and sensitive metals like cobalt, lithium, and nickel. These metals are mined from the ground, and the mining process not only deforests, but often violates human rights in developing countries, pollutes water sources, and destroys local ecology. In addition, the limited availability of these metals is becoming a major problem as prices and supply chain pressures increase as demand for EVs grows. But the picture is changing. Hyundai's solid-state batteries bring new hope to this race. These batteries are built on alternatives that are more readily available, reusable, and less harmful to the environment. That means they not only draw less from the land, but also give the Earth a reprieve. In these batteries, the dependence on elements like cobalt and nickel can be reduced to a great extent. And not only this, since they run on solid electrolytes instead of flammable liquids, the dangers like fire, leakage, or battery explosion can also be avoided to a great extent. When it comes to the environment, it's important to understand the entire life cycle of something, not just its use. And this is especially important when it comes to batteries. Solid-state batteries can be more than just a way to power a car, but can also be an example of a sustainable life cycle. While traditional lithium-ion batteries produce huge amounts of carbon emissions in their manufacture and disposal, solid-state batteries are much cleaner on the road. They have a higher energy density and a much longer lifespan, eliminating the need for frequent replacements. That means one battery, years of use, and less waste. These batteries also use fewer and less harmful materials to make them. That means less mining, less pollution, and less pressure on the Earth. And when these batteries reach their end of life, it's not over yet. Because their chemistry and design are so simple and safe, the recycling process is much simpler and cheaper than lithium-ion batteries. In the future, as recycling technology improves, we may be able to reuse most of the material. That is, the battery manufacturing cycle will be almost complete without much waste. But it's not just about the environment. Solid-state batteries also offer tremendous economic benefits. This technology from Hyundai not only increases the range of the car, but also reduces the need for charging. That means lower electricity bills for consumers and less cost in the long run. Its use in the field of energy storage can also prove to be a game changer. As solar and wind energy are increasing in homes and factories, the need for fast, reliable, and safe batteries to store that energy is also increasing. And this is where solid-state batteries can win. These will allow us to use the electricity produced by solar power during the day at night as well, without having to depend on diesel or coal power plants. This will have a direct impact: fewer greenhouse gases, less cost, and more sustainability. One benefit will be job creation and economic growth. Solid-state batteries aren't just a technological revolution. They're set to become a new economic force that could change the face of an entire industry. As the world moves towards electric vehicles and renewable energy, the development and mass production of solid-state batteries present a huge opportunity. Moving away from traditional lithium-ion batteries to this technology is not just an upgrade, but a new mindset. And that requires new skills, new factories, and new jobs. As companies pour money and research into this technology, new job opportunities are opening up in areas such as R&D, manufacturing, recycling, and grid storage. Companies like Hyundai, especially those looking to become game changers in the EV sector, could play a leading role in the global automotive supply chain in the years to come. Countries that catch on to this transition early will not only gain an economic edge, but could also become global leaders in green industry. So, solid-state batteries don't just help the environment, they also boost the country's economy. Now let's talk about cost and scalability. Initially, the cost of making solid-state batteries can be high, but as production techniques improve and the scale of production increases, their cost can fall significantly. In the future, these batteries can become so affordable that EVs become accessible to every common man. Another great advantage is that they are not completely dependent on expensive raw materials like traditional batteries. Their design is such that they can be produced in large quantities at a low cost and fast. And this is what makes them globally scalable in every sector, from EVs to solar power storage. And all these economic things are only half the picture. The other half is the positive impact it has on the environment. Less mining, less leakage, less fire risk, and more sustainability. Because of these batteries, we can move one step further in fighting climate change. What to expect in the next few years? While the world is competing to outdo each other in the EV race, Hyundai has quietly bet on a technology that could change the entire game: solid-state batteries. Most of the electric vehicles running today use conventional lithium-ion batteries. This technology is good, but it also has many drawbacks, such as overheating, slow charging, and excessive dependence on rare metals like cobalt. This is where Hyundai has played its master stroke. Solid-state batteries are the next step that can make battery technology faster, safer, and sustainable. While conventional batteries have liquid or gel-like electrolytes, solid-state batteries use a solid electrolyte, which makes incidents like fire or leakage almost negligible. And not only this, the biggest advantage of these batteries is energy density. This means storing more energy in less space. The direct effect of this is that the vehicle can travel longer distances, becomes lighter, and gives more run on each charge. Hyundai's solid-state battery technology not only improves a car's performance, but could also bring down its cost significantly over time, meaning consumers can enjoy higher mileage, shorter charging times, and longer battery life all at once. In addition, this technology could also address social and environmental issues that are associated with lithium-ion batteries today, such as human rights abuses related to cobalt mining in Africa and Latin America, or the rising consumption of resources. Hyundai not only made a head start in this field, but also collaborated with several major research institutes and battery technology companies to create a roadmap that is now visible to the world. The company's goal is to develop solid-state batteries by 2025 that not only offer great performance, but are also ready for mass production. Today, the biggest challenge of this technology is high cost and limited scalability. But Hyundai is attacking that directly. It is developing production processes that can make solid-state batteries accessible not just for luxury cars, but also for common people's EVs. And this will be the real change when this technology becomes popular and not just premium. Hyundai is not just thinking about technology. It has made sustainability a part of its mission. Their effort is that every battery not only moves the vehicle forward, but also gives relief to the earth. Solid-state batteries have a much smaller carbon footprint than traditional batteries due to their longer life, higher energy capacity, and safer design. What's more, these batteries also rely less on cobalt and other rare metals, which can reduce both environmental harm and social controversy. And when their life cycle is over, they're also easier to recycle. A clean technology from start to finish. Hyundai's EV market position. Today's electric vehicle market is like an open race where everyone is trying to get ahead. Big companies like Tesla, Nissan, and Volkswagen have already established deep roots in the EV world. On the other hand, new startups like Rivian and Lucid have joined the race with new ideas and fresh thinking. Even in such a situation, Hyundai has quietly but strongly made a mark for itself. Hyundai has not just made a car in the EV sector, it has presented a complete vision. Cars like Kona Electric, Ioniq 5, and now the upcoming Ioniq 6 are examples of how Hyundai is balancing style, performance, and affordability. Ioniq 5, in particular, has set a new definition in the market. Its futuristic design, great range, and smart features have made it not just a car, but a technological statement. And now, as Hyundai moves ahead with its solid-state battery technology, it can not only outcompete others, but also set a new standard, one that combines features like longer range, greater safety, and faster charging. Hyundai has another big advantage. Its vision is not limited to just vehicles. It has also understood the biggest problem of EVs, the charging infrastructure, in detail. The company has not only manufactured vehicles, but has also invested heavily in building a strong charging network. Today, Hyundai is not just manufacturing cars, it is creating a complete electric ecosystem where battery, vehicle, and charging, all three, are interconnected. This is what makes it a strong, stable, and long-term player against companies like Tesla. And this is why Hyundai is no longer just participating in the EV race, but is showing itself emerging as a leader. Hyundai already has manufacturing facilities in major markets like Europe, Asia, and the US. This international presence gives the company a huge advantage. It can quickly produce and deliver EVs worldwide, depending on local requirements. While other companies are still in the lab with solid-state batteries, Hyundai has set actual production goals. Its first full-scale production is expected to begin by 2025, and this timeline makes it one of the most aggressive and prepared players in the world. Bigwigs like Tesla, Toyota, and Volkswagen are also in the race for this technology. But Hyundai's specialty is that it focused on solid-state batteries from the beginning, and now it seems to be at the forefront of trying to balance both technology and production. If Hyundai manages to manufacture this technology at a low cost and at a large scale, it will not only offer a great alternative to lithium-ion batteries, but also capture a significant market share in both the EV and power storage sectors. And it's not just about the market. As governments around the world impose strict regulations to reduce emissions and people become more environmentally conscious, solid-state batteries are becoming the future of the EV industry. This technology not only solves range concerns, slow charging times, and battery life issues, but also makes vehicles safer, more reliable, and sustainable. By incorporating this technology into its electric vehicles, Hyundai can set standards for performance, efficiency, and safety that other companies will follow for years to come. And when it comes to setting the direction for the future, Hyundai is no longer just an automobile brand, but a global leader in the electric mobility revolution. Hyundai's strategy is not just for the present, but for the next 10 to 15 years. As the technology of solid-state batteries matures, these vehicles will not only go faster, but also last longer without any major maintenance. This technology doesn't just change charging or range. It changes the way we think about how we store, use, and save energy. Along with this, Hyundai's global strategy also includes aspects like recycling of batteries, low-impact materials, and supply chain sustainability. That is an ecosystem that not only drives business forward, but also takes care of the planet. Hyundai's focus is no longer limited to just selling cars. It is laying the foundation for a clean and connected future that will directly impact the lives of millions of people. So if you want to know what's coming next in the EV world and which technology is connecting your future to today, then subscribe to the channel now so that every next big news of electric mobility reaches you first.